Hi guys, it's Ona, your energy customer service rep from Chicago, and today is Wednesday, December 21st, 2021. It is the winter solstice day. For the northern hemisphere, we have the shortest day of the year, the shortest amount of sunlight in hours in the year, and the longest night. So we are going to do an Ovomancy to celebrate this transition of the sun moving into the Capricorn season. Okay, it's been in Sag, it's been having a great time in Sag. The moon is in Sag today, so it might not be this like abrupt shift, but there is that movement of the sun now taking direction from Saturn. So, in a way, it's kind of a celebration of Saturn. This is where, my thinking went as I started this, setting up the Ovomancy yesterday, pulling the chart, thinking about it, and started to process and document some of the things that have come in, which, by the way, is grapes. And I don't know, it feels like New Year's, which is weird. It's got like a little celebration thing going on. Wine. And I don't drink wine. I don't cook with wine. So it's got that flavor to it, that specifically Chardonnay. And I think it may have started on Sunday night when I did the live stream on Jen Lynn Tarot's channel, and I had a picture of Nancy Pelosi in my head. And suddenly this wine grape thing has been sort of floating in. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but I did pull my book of correspondence last night before I went to bed, and I'm like, this is going to be a celebration of Saturn. Let's try and figure out what Saturn, how people relate to Saturn, okay? And where it is right now is in Aquarius, which is a sign that he co-rules. So we've got this Saturn fixed energy, right? This earth energy hanging out in this air sign. And under deities, this would be the deity Saturn, okay? We have, okay, I'm not kidding. This is the god of agriculture and workers. The zodiac sign is Capricorn. The day is Saturday. The number is 2. Herbs and garden, grape, ivy, and lavender. So let's, come to the conclusion. I plugged into something Saturnic there, okay, with the grape thing going on. The birds are crow, raven, and wren. Plants are mandrake and myrrh. So if you're thinking about doing a burn or doing some internal, which the longest night of the year makes you do, right? Your metabolism slows down in the dark there. Grapes, lavender tea, anything you want to pull from this to celebrate the Saturn energy here. So miscellaneous plants, mandrake and myrrh. It's time to burn some myrrh. That's easy to do. Trees, cypress, holly, and yew. If you have a holly tree you want to decorate tonight or honor or put a light under. Celebrations, Saturnalia, and Yule. So it is Yule season. All right. And over here under astrology, there's a lot going on under Saturn. It's a crown chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra. The elements are earth and water. All right. The day is Saturday. The zodiac sign Aquarius, Capricorn, and Libra. There are other things here that, some gemstones would be Apache tears, azurite, carnelian, hematite, jasper. So anything in the category that is blue or darker, blue, purple, black, absorptive energy. Saturn is, or Capricorn is an earth sign, okay? So you can't see through the earth. Pick a stone you can't see through, okay? That absorbs your energy. So cool, right? What a great book. This is like the best reference book ever, all right? Llewellyn's Complete Book of Correspondences. So, that's another thing I need to mention. During these last couple of days, while the sun has been in Sagittarius, which rules the hips and thighs, I threw my back out like that. My lower back on the right side on Monday sometime. Within a few minutes, honestly, of looking at a request from a subscriber, actually Jen Lynn requested to do a mental health spread on Ron DeSantis. So I looked at the name, I pulled it up, I pulled a picture, my phone rings, and I start doing stuff, talking on the phone, and I threw my back out. The Sag season, okay, is that hip thigh area there. Jupiter was just leaving Pisces, okay, and I'll talk about that later. And today, the sun and the moon are in Sag, so watch that hip thigh area. It's easy to move that in a direction. I think I just like absorbed all of it in one fell swoop, and it hit me. Stop doing what you're doing. This was an energy I needed to mess with right now, and when it's appropriate, I will. But I will get a Ron DeSantis mental health spread out as soon as I can. Also, Giblets and I need to do a Christmas special. I'm working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but we'll do something, and he can put on his elf collar or something like that. So let's do the Ovomancy. And I will be back to do a new moon video on Friday. Dr. Skirbo and I are going to do moon shadows, new moon in Capricorn. So a lot of Capricorn energy is circulating into my house here, right? I'm calling it in, I'm conjuring it in. I'm also experiencing it in, ways that are unexpected, throwing out my back, okay? My muscles and my bones are having a flare-up in the middle there somewhere. The ligaments, Saturn, okay, are having a little fight. So watch yourselves in the area. We move down to the knees in Capricorn, okay? So that is what moves you forward, all right? Capricorn knees in the winter are subject to all kinds of interruptions, especially here in the Midwest where we have snow and ice, which sneaks up and piles up on you. So that whole area and the whole thought process really of what is moving you forward, okay? And on the darkest night, you move a lot slower because you can't see what's in front of you. So there's a little bit going on about Saturn, Yule, Christmas, okay? That is when we celebrate the idea that now the sun will be out longer and longer every day. The sun, Jesus, right? Okay, I'll talk about that at the end, but if you watch Dr. Skirbo's morning video today, you'll get a preview of that. So let's do this. Let's do this Ovomancy. This is one take. I'm sorry I've been like blah, blah, blah the whole time. But, once I start hearing it out loud and I'm looking at my bullet points, I'm like, this is a significant season, I think. And what I did was I brought this from downstairs. It was on my kitchen counter all night. And I noticed there were a lot of little bubbles. So I had a glass rod and I just stirred the bubbles so that they would effervesce, because it could be the salt. I put a little bit of salt in there. It could be detergent that's residual in the, when I wash the glass, or the water itself. So I want it to be as clear as possible. This is just the water I have that I filter on my kitchen counter. Patchwork Farms egg, okay? The last one. Last one. Oh, this is like the dog's heavenly Christmas treat, I'll tell you that. Jilla's just new. So let's see what's going on here. You know what I have to do? I have to move the chart out from underneath. There we go. Because the background is dark, and that's what I really need to see. So what's happening during this winter solstice season? Oh, there's something really neat in there. It looks like a spider web. There's a spider thing going on here. Right in the middle. I'll be able to zoom in and take some pictures with my camera. It's very sort of angelic looking. There's just sort of this draping down like this with this kind of pear-shaped figure and the arms draping down like that. I'm going to try and stand up without screaming. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down here. Oh, my gosh. All right, well, there's some, you know what? Where's my camera? There's literally grapes here. There's a couple of grapes. So what is the symbolism of grapes, right? It's one of those things that crosses every single element in its nutritional value. It hydrates, right? When it's when they're raisins, they're good for your blood. I've got to take pictures of this, and I've got to figure out how to just splice it all together. Also, sorry, you're getting like a midsection of me there, but there's some grapes. There's an Eye of Horus. I don't know what that has to do with the Saturn god. Oh, that's a vertebrae. All right, little back stuff. Watch for your back. That was definitely vertebral looking. That looks like a mouth of a fish. I'm gonna, and I also punctured the yolk membrane incompletely. So this isn't uncommon. These eggs aren't genetically altered to have a strong skin and to have a strong shell. These are the birds that hang out in Humboldt Park over here. So it's very easy to rupture that, and it's incomplete, so it's still over there. But that was really interesting. I have to actually take a really good exam of it and take more pictures, and I'll show you what I see. Oh, one more time. I'm going to try and get myself up. Oh, man, that really hurts. And I'll post them in either a slideshow or a video or something of the winter solstice there. It's funny that that looked like that. Yeah, there's some, you know what I want to say? It almost seems like it's, and I know I'm reflecting on a story I heard about the Great Salt Lake. Salt Lake is so low that there's things that are coming up. It's also happened in Lake Mead where they're finding bodies and stuff. That there's going to be more discovery of like dinosaurs, okay? Because these look very bone to me, and we're talking about Saturn, okay? So there's definitely a vertebrae in there, backbone, okay? This is what I see. So I'm gonna hold this up when you. What do you want from me? Okay, I got all the props. A little visual when I post those pictures, all right? You're going to see that. So that is creating a spine, okay? So maybe a little bit of the energy for the season is, I know for me, obviously straighten out my back, but why is it showing up? I think collectively it is a time to straighten up, maybe, with all the Saturnic energy. It's like not anymore like farting around with the sun in Sag. Like the sun's in Capricorn now. You got to get some business done. Take time to honor the Saturn energy, though. Watch out for those things that are structural, that can be taken for granted, okay? And you notice that immediately it's kind of taken out from under you. I don't want to sound like doom and gloom kind of thing, just it's that season. We all know in the Chicago area we're expecting a big storm, that everybody breaks a hip, a knee, an ankle, an elbow, a wrist. Like, this is so common. It's almost revolving door kind of when the weather gets a certain way. Be careful for those things, because we're going from fire to earth, okay? And I noticed when either the moon or the sun moves into an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that no, it's not Virgo. Anyway, Virgo. We just drop stuff. Things just like fall out of your hand, kind of thing. The earth is just like, hello, I'm here. Did we not just have an earthquake last night in Northern California? Okay, that's what I've been just reminded of. I'm going to move this off to the side. I'm going to hope I have enough pictures, because I'm going to actually disturb it a little bit when I move it over. Giblets and cannoli. We'll have that for a snack. I simmer the whole thing, the water, the egg, and then I chop it up and I put it in their food. Let's see if we can pull some cards on. I'm going to pull from this angel deck here because it's the closest and I don't have to move that far. So how about 3 cards for the Yule season, okay, or whatever you celebrate during the solstice when the energies change. we know that there's a lot of holidays that are just jam-packed in around the astrological movement, right? It's all related, all related. So three cards. Okay, Death, Two of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. There is your Saturn energy right there. I was hoping that would show up, some kind of pentacle anyway. So we have the shortest day of the year. There's the sun, the sun's gone. There it is, right? Barely any sun, mostly dark day for the northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere, you're looking forward to spring, which I cannot wait for. So maybe a projection into the springtime. Feed yourself with some of the fruits of summer, okay? Two of Cups is next. So ideal for, look at them too, drinking some it's got to be Chardonnay. I don't think it's Mountain Dew, right? To have conversation over something symbolic, okay? That there's a symbolism over that wine grape thing, even though, yep, that helps release some pain, okay? This is going to be a weird year because we've already got some cancellations with trains, airlines. We're expecting this big storm. So it might just be one of those things where you reflect in, okay, with your surrounding and maybe not go out so much. And the Queen of Pentacles at the end there's our Saturn energy, our Earth, an abundance of what you harvested this year, okay? And prepare that and thank the gods you're still here to celebrate it, okay? That is the Ovomancy, huh? Interesting. So right now I haven't reviewed those pictures that I took with my phone. If something else comes up, I hopefully can splice together a video. Every time I update my computer, it defaults to all this weird stuff that I can't find anymore. So if I can throw it together, we can get this video up before the solstice at 3:50, I think, in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. Okay? The last thing I want to throw in is, this is new. I made a homage to Dr. Skirbo's mom when I asked her what it was that her mom liked to celebrate around this time, and she said the Feast of the Seven Fishes was a staple. So I made a bunch of fishes, and I put together a little altar mat, like wall hanging thing for her. If you watch the video this morning, you'll see it. And her daily video, I had such a blast making that thing that I made one for myself, and I still have 12 fishes left. But ironically, it happened on the day that Jupiter left Pisces, okay, swam away, and entered Aries in a new 12-year cycle. So there's a lot to honor and appreciate and give, gratitude towards today. So happy Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. Happy winter solstice. We will be back. Giblets and I need to do videos, so look for that this week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. And we'll see you soon.